It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl runs through them. It's the Thunderbirds and the Chargers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Ewart up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You got to focus so much.
Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those sick.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense. And already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he'll get it up to the 44. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And they're going to have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First and 10. It's Lawrence. Got a man. It's Thomas. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They have themselves another first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll give him a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's somebody who's dealt with his share of these. Mike Williams, the man shaken up. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And his extra effort there rewarded with a solid gain. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal. Going ground game again here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
The kick by Shudak is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Well, 30-15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's got this down to the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down throw, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chargers take possession. Play action now for Herbert. Dump off to his fullback. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. 7-3 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A 9-yard gain, but that still sets him up with a 3rd and 12.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 12.
To throw, Herbert escapes the pocket. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. That's good for 6 yards, but it sets up 4th down. The Thunderbirds out and ready to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Herbert on 1st down. It is Cup, left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
Herbert now, blitz coming. Johnston brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Back to the well again. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Herbert to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings him to 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the